Hi, happy Friday. I hope you are well. This is JilliBling, JilliBling.com, and today I'd love to show you some or a card using the stamp set Clubhouse and the dies that go along with it. I've got them right here with all kinds of notes. Golf Club die set. It's a really great bundle, and there is a package of designer paper, and you can see a little bit of it being used here. And I have a total of 3 cards that I prepared using this bundle, and you will see all of the different patterns in these 3 cards. So today I'd like to start with this one. I think I'll do the Father's Day. It's a little bit simpler, not too much. This one just has a couple of extra layers taken out. There is this little tag, "You're the greatest guy by par," and it's just stamped, so that's just an additional step. And then also, "You're the greatest guy by par" is right here. So I did stamp this, and then I cut out, I don't know if you could tell right here, I cut out a little piece and put it over the top because I didn't want it to say "Happy Greatest Guy Day." I wanted it to have this first, and it worked out just fine. And using the Argyle embossing folder, isn't that nice on the inside? Very simple. I love navy and white. Okay, and green. Maybe that's why I'm liking this so much. And are you asking, well, what color is that? Not that it's this color. To me, it looks very similar. This, I think, is stamped off Night of Navy. But the new in colors coming out, there's one called Midnight or Moonlight Mist, and I just kind of snuck that in right here. Love it, love it. Okay, so that is just an alternate sample, and I'll put pictures on my blog JilliBling.com. And this is the one we'll make today, using a little bit in the product suite. There's also a 4-pack of twine, and it includes black, Poppy Parade, garden green, and there's one more, black, Poppy Parade, garden green, oh, and navy, and we'll use the black here. Okay, so I will keep this nearby. Can you see that? You kind of see it. And here's a sample. So over here, I have a pile of many things that we'll be using. And I'll go through a few of them and then we'll get started making. So here's the baker's twine. Make sure to use your embossing buddy when you emboss this on basic gray. Otherwise you'll get all kinds of freckles. We don't want that. To color in this green down here, because when I just stamped it in basic gray and then stamped this in navy, the inside of this one was a little bit boring. So I thought adding a touch of green, you know what, I might add a little bit of green down here, just for a little, this one is a little bit more intriguing in here. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that's what the marker is for, garden green. Here is the Argyle embossing folder. We'll use that. Here are the papers. We'll get to this in just a second. Use Versamark ink for the white embossing powder. The gray is to stamp the Happy Father's Day. This is from Stitched Rectangles. Well, usually I have a pile up of the embossing or the dies that we use also. But this is from Stitched Rectangles dies. I use this all the time. I love it. And that will cut out this smoky slate paper. And we will cut out 5 little golf clubs after we stamp them. And I have the Stamparatus set up. I'll show you why, since I have all that right here in my hand. So at first I stamped the little golf club with the stamp that's right on here. And then I cut it out and it shifted a bit, and it drove me crazy because every time I tried to cut it out, it would shift somewhat and I was getting frustrated, so I have a cure for that. You've probably seen me do this before. This one is going to get filed. Well, I'll put it off to the side. I might need it when I'm making up all these extra pieces. So I'll go through all these in just a second. What you do is you put your plain white, dishwasher's done. Your plain white paper that you die cut right in here, and those die cuts are right this one here. So you cut out 5 of these, set them in place, take the basic gray stamp pad, hey, it got out of there, stay in place, ink this, and stamp it. Now, every time I stamp it, look how perfect is that. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so since I have all these, and I'm on a roll, I will get to this. I do have something to say about all that. So I'm going to stamp all 5 of my golf clubs, and that's for just the front. The card is pretty simple. It has a bit going on, but it's a lot of understated simple, which I like. Go on, you're done. So if you don't have a Stamparatus, yes, it's great for doing greetings and getting things straight, but it's really nice for anything that you do maybe more than 2 times. And because I'm going to be doing, I did this card, I did the birthday card, and now I'm doing this one with you. That's 3 cards, plus I have extra pieces, so 4 cards, and there's 5 golf clubs. It's worth it. And can you tell there's no frustration here? Every time there's success. So Stamparatus has lots of purposes. Whoop. Okay, so 5 golf clubs are done without frustration and without faulty stamping. Okay, so I'm done with that. So all these little papers, if I have it sitting there, that means I want to tell you something about it. So this die with this lovely washi tape on it will cut out the Happy Father's Day. So I'll use the whole stamp and I'll just cut out the Father's Day piece. Okay. This is, oh, if you were doing the birthday, it cuts out the greatest sky, and it cuts that out just perfect. What else? This is the die to cut out the golf club, and I did 5 of those already. You know about that. So now this part here. These little framelets, dies, come in the, oh, let me close up this black gray stamp pad. Those come in the die set, and they don't fit any stamped image, but what they do is they cut out a little bit smaller. Oh, it goes in 2 different directions. A little bit smaller golf club, no stamping required, and it provides a lot of texture on it. So my friend Ruby was working with that boat set on the lake, and it had some oars, and she asked the same thing, what are these dies for? And I said, well, just do it in a plain color. She got the great idea, and I'm sure other people have done this, but I didn't know about it. She didn't know about it. She experimented, and she was thrilled. So I thought I would try it with these, where she took the die and put the die into the stamp pad, and then over here too. Then put it on the paper, ink down. She did it with both of them, and ran it through. So I tried it with this tiny little golf club, and you could kind of see how it works, but hers came out really good. So I think it works well in some cases, but not in all. I'm trying to put this on something so you can see it. But you could see a little bit of color on there. And then there's the texture, but maybe because I did it on white, you can't see so much of the texture. But play around with that. There's always new things to learn. Okay, so let's get started on making this card. Got that. I'm not going to use those. Marker I'll use in a bit. All these pieces. Okay, take the base paper and fold it in half. Okay, and then Night of Navy paper. It's going to be textured using the Argyle embossing folder. Okay, I'm running it through. Look how fun is that? Which side is up? They both look good. I think I'll do this side. So if you put this down flat, it looks great. But if you raise it up on dimensionals just a little bit, you get that shadow because of the difference in height. And I like that. Oop, am I out of big dimensionals? Oop, gonna get some more. Okay, so let's get a few dimensionals on here. I don't know if I decided is that the right side up or they both look good. It doesn't matter. Wait till you see the other cards using this set. Needless to say, I had a lot of fun. Okay. Excuse me. So this is for the golf clubs, and we already cut out 5 and stamped them. And here's the 5. I'm just going for what's at the top of the pile. Okay. Aren't those cute? Okay, we're not going to use this one. This one was used on the birthday card. Great coordination Stampin' Up. This rectangle is going to cut out the smoky slate stitched rectangle. I have that right here. So that's done. This paper I had to cut it out, but got it here. It's starting to come together. So this, let's stamp the Happy Father's Day. Of course, do your embossing buddy. Oop, that side already has freckles on it. And this is going to be stamped in Versamark ink. My well-loved Versamark ink. Probably thinking the paper's a little bit too small for that stamp, but I'm not worried about the little leaves. Very good. And put this into white powder. White embossing powder. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to heat that. Okay, so it's all heated. And then the next step would be to use this die to cut out that shape. But I have to tell you, I put washi tape on it. I did my best to get it lined up, and I wasn't all that successful. So I ended up cutting it out with my scissors. So you might have better success with the die. The die is perfectly fit. It's operator error, I'm sure. But this one, I just cut out using my snips. Okay, so that's going to go here. Oh, and then these pieces, which one do you like better? So this card I had the gray argyle, or the gray, is that argyle? Yeah, on top. This one I had it underneath. What do you think? I like all of this little detail compared to that. So I will try it. I'll attach it this way. So this one's getting the adhesive. Dishwasher is still done. I'm still not getting it. Oop. Okay, so now I will line up this paper. Just the points of this pattern is cut off, so with this gray argyle I'm going to do the same, just cut off the points. Oop, hold on, I don't have the ends lined up. There it is. Okay, so I will stick this onto the card right in the center. Wouldn't you know, ran out. They never last quite long enough. Okay. Ooh, and a new one works so smooth. Okay, so this is going to go right in the middle. This way. Will you tell me which one you like better? The gray on top or the blue tones on top? And this is going to go on next. Right in the middle. That looks good. Next is the golf clubs. So I'm going to place these first, just because if I put this one down and then the next one down, the chances of you having them equal on the center of the card. I put this down, put that one down, put this one down, it's not going to be centered. Maybe I'm OCD about things being centered. But a little bit of pre-planning. What do they say? Measure twice, cut once. And I just want them staggered. I like how this one looks, so I'm looking at this amount right here. Just a little bit over. And of course when I have glue, it's going to behave a lot better, rather than my caffeinated fingers right now. This one goes. So just a little bit of the handle is showing over the top, and then this one is up a bit high. Okay, I like that. I like how close together they are too. So use your liquid glue, whatever glue you like. What's nice about glue is you could reposition things. You could kind of move them over a little bit. Okay, that one's good. Tonight my parents are having, every Friday night they go out with a group from town to different restaurants, and they try out all kinds of restaurants. I think years ago it started with just a couple of couples, then another couple joined, and then another couple joined, and it became a big group of friends. And they call it the Friday Night Supper Club. So, quarantine. That makes it hard to go out to restaurants, so they haven't. But tonight, after all this time, they're going to socially distance, have a potluck, everyone bring their own chairs, and finally get back together. And because I'm not doing class right now on Friday night, I've never been able to join. Mama's never come to class, or very rarely come to class on Friday, because she helps with the reservation and the organizing of where they're going, getting ready for next time. Anyhow, tonight I'm going. It's been a long March, April, May. Here we are, we're almost in June. Doesn't that look good? Okay, I like it. So now the string. Should I try green? Oh, let me show you something. You notice that nice little texture going on there? When I did the green string, I'm looking around for the rest of the green. When I did the green, to me it seemed too thick. Well, imagine this wrapped around a few times. Well, now that I'm saying it, it doesn't look too bad, but it just wasn't delicate enough, I thought. So if you look closely at the string, there's 3 strands, and I pulled off one of the 3 strands and I wrapped that around. Should I do the green? I think I like the black. And the black, okay, this isn't from the Country Club product suite. It's from a little bit ago, but you can achieve the same thing by using the Country Club twine pack and just pulling off however many strands you like. Okay, let me see if this is big enough. I think I wrapped it around more times. My scissors have glue on them. And I'm going to tuck these ends in because I want it to be a little bit more finished rather than rough looking. I think I like more strings. I like it. And I would say put your snail adhesive and then just stick it into that. But when I did that here, my wraparound was bigger than where I had the adhesive, so I ended up just gluing it. So I'm just going to put a blob of glue in a few places, and then after it dries I'll go back and I'll do a little bit more glue. However you want to attach it, it's fine. And it doesn't have to be 100% attached, but I want to keep that natural soft swirl to it. Oh, I was like, what's going on here? It's my scissors, they have adhesive. Can't imagine what I was doing. Ew, that's better. Okay, so back to where we were. I'll take this. Just kind of want to tuck it into the inside because it has that frayed edge. Okay, so that's good for now. I'm going to apply more glue later, but at least that's holding some of it. Once it dries, it's going to be really hello. Okay, so next step is dimensionals, and to put this on right in the middle. Okay, that could go right here. And I'm going to line up this point with the middle golf club. Okay, so that's good. So now for the inside, and nice. The inside I'll attach this Moonlight Mist paper. The new ink colors are so pretty. So you know how Manly May, I had a whole bunch of stamp sets, and most of them seem to be retiring. And I wanted to make sure to do them in May. And this is the last of that lineup. So next is going to be new catalog stuff. And I think it's getting close to being time to get back to class. So I was thinking maybe the class projects, I would do them here with you. And then when they go to class, if anyone had watched the video, you'll know exactly how to do it. Isn't that nice? Look at that. I love navy. And this other one I did in basic gray and then use the marker to color it in. Every time I stamp it a little crooked. Well, okay, and then the marker. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit of green on this one. I don't use markers too much anymore now that I have the blends. And I have one of these all done. But I do like that bit of green on here. Garden green. We have a lot of different greens. I like them. Okay, so that's ready to go into the inside. Guess I stamped it crooked. Guess I need to work on that. What do you think? Oop, I might put a little bit more glue on the strings just to hold them in place. Sounds like the boys are going. Bo is out there barking. Tony rented a log splitter, so there's been a lot of logs being split, a lot of work. And he had a high school guy come over who wanted to earn a little extra cash, and he was helping out with splitting the logs. And I think they're going down to the market and they're going to get a burger basket. If any of you know how good their burger baskets and fries are, oh my gosh. Okay, so this one is done. I'll have a full list of the products on my blog, which is JilliBling.com. And the next project, which I think I can do today, is, wait till you see this one. Oh, and you know, I should have given someone credit for this. I'll give credit in the YouTube description. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And after that is this tunnel card. And this one, Amy K, I copied hers almost exactly. And I was thinking, oh, I should change it up. Oh, I should do a different style. But I really like it. And I'm so happy I did. It came out great. And she has a video on making hers. And if you want to do it, you could get video making the same card 2 different ways. Well, actually, they're really similar. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Amy, you did a good job. Okay, so next will be the olive card, this one right here. And then after that will be the tunnel card. And of course, I'll list all the products used. So I hope you're having a great day and you have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. If you can, hit the like button, because I do watch those so I know what you like, so I know what to do next. And then also if you hit the subscribe on the YouTube channel, then anytime I post a video, you'll get a notification that, hey, there's a new video. And I must admit that when I post the video, for the first few hours, the screen or the shot you see is like of my hands doing this or my hands doing this. And then later I go back and I take pictures and I add that, so it's a little bit clearer of what we're making. Anyhow, if you subscribe, you get the videos the minute that they're uploaded. And when you subscribe to my blog, you'll get the video after I've taken pictures and added the product list. And you could do both. Okay, thank you. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you tomorrow.